I'm gonna turn it down a little. Is that okay with you?
Yeah. Go.
Hello, uh, hello everyone. My name is Mammoth, and I am with my co-host King
King Vontae.
Vontae. Today we will be talking about diseases and general stuff in particular. The reason I chose diseases as my main topic is because I thought it would be an interesting thing to discuss, and the fact that and I thought it would be helpful to those who want to pursue a career in medical development. Of course, obviously you're not gonna get the medical training that you need from the fact that I'm only telling you these facts, but they might still come in handy in some cases if you want to prepare for your medical exam or your medical studies. Well, except for the mathematical parts, but you get the idea. Okay, here I go. What makes you happy and fulfilled? You know,
Um, who me?
hmm,
That's what you asking me that?
yes.
Just doing what I love. Uh, I got a professional job and as a media coordinator slash media supervisor here. And I'm gonna continue to elevate my career in media. I can make it in any form of media. I'm probably the most talented person under the age of 25. Well, 25 and under, maybe even 30 and under. The sky's the limit. The sky's not even the limit for me.
Oh, okay. My important values and beliefs. I believe it's important to be constructive when it comes to criticizing each other, even during conflicts that are not favorable in our condition to us. I also believe that it is necessary to question certain philosophies if you want true progress.
What specific philosophies do you think should be questioned?
They were born like that. I mean, is it really should should that really be an excuse for poor behavior?
Poor behavior about what?
Should the excuse they were born like that be an excuse for poor behavior? What's your
Or what are you talking about specifically?
I, I'm talking about how I'm talking about how the people just simply accept things rather than challenge the ideas.
What specifically do they not challenge
They
in
do
the
not
set?
they do not challenge their authority. They do not challenge their beliefs, and they also do not challenge their harmful habits, such as alcohol
I
and
mean,
refusing to accept criticism.
if we're being honest, nobody really has full control over anything. And COVID should show us that you only got control over what you do.
Okay.
And that's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I think inspection is important, and it's important to be uh, hmm, it's important to be constructive during conflicts in order for everyone to learn from it.
Okay.
Defining moments of your life. I remember having high cholesterol at the age of 10. That was the moment I decided to take vegetables more seriously. Of course, my brother didn't start eating vegetables that much till he was 14 due to a certain medical condition he has. Wells Crohn's disease. He started bleeding. And he had to eat vegetables because of it. To this day I still eat vegetables, and they're actually not that bad. Of course, just make sure to avoid the moldy ones because they're dangerous for you. Think of the fruits. How do you handle change and uncertainty? Well, first off, I keep my expectations low. Second, I make sure to help people understand what they are going through in order to make sure they are feeling fair.
I keep my expectations for myself pretty high, extremely high. And I focus on what I want to do, my dreams, my passion. Um, Anything media related is really my passion. Um, my that's how I help which helped me come up with SME. Sports was my favorite thing to talk about. Music was probably my second favorite thing to talk about, and entertainment related things probably my third favorite thing to talk about. And those are three of the five most things talked about when it comes to media. I think you know like trending topics and maybe news related topics might be the only other things that's competing with sports, music, and entertainment as far as um, media consumptions. But with that, I kind of do talk about trending topics in different areas. Sometimes we do talk about news related things. Uh, I'm not really a politics guy, but we did talk about politics, things of that nature. And, it was really designed to be like even though like the show is called SME, it's not just about about me. It's not just about King Vontae World. It's about uh building the team, building a well-oiled well-oiled organization. Because one man can't win by himself.
That's a fair. That's a fair point. Also, I would like to discuss breakthroughs in medical science. The breakthrough of medical science that I want to talk about is vaccines. Vaccines in particular are responsible for curing many of the diseases that were originally deemed incurable many years ago, specifically when cowpox existed. In fact, small vaccines are the reason why smallpox is almost non-existent nowadays. And smallpox was a dangerous disease that killed numerous people back in the day. Of course, not as much as a Black Death or any other or the other plagues, but still.
Is there any specific vaccines that you're referencing?
The cowpox vaccine.
Okay.
The cowpox because it involved taking the scabs of the cows, taking out the scabs of the people, grinding them into a vial, and then making them in order to make a vaccine. Originally, you had to open a wound to put the vaccine inside.
Mm.
Soon, they were cured. Science and technology breakthroughs. Oh wait, my next topic is potential of renewable energy. I believe that it's important to have renewable energy because coal is environmentally destructive and emits a lot, I mean a lot of carbon into the atmosphere. My 2 cents on it: use nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is proven to be renewable and much more environmentally friendly than coal. Of course, you also have to deal with the amount of uh, nuclear waste, but that can be dealt with thanks to that bacteria that eat up the radioactive material in order to process it properly, and to ensure that the nuclear waste does not pollute the environment whatsoever. Number 53, advances in robotics. Historically, robotics were just anthropomorphic machines that were originally puppets. But ever since the invention of technology, they would often use wires and metal and some programming to command the robot. Back then, they were simply simple and strictly used were meant for labor practices. But recently, robots have been getting more and more complex, such as their ability to rotate their wrists, have individual fingers, and have the ability to walk by themselves. Of course, they are still not as advanced as the science fiction ones in fiction, but they are still a huge step of progress when you think about it. The mysteries of the universe. They say that the universe will one day be destroyed, while others say that the universe is an all expanding, is the all expanding thing that even the most powerful human beings on the earth cannot control.
I say we'll never find out. By then, we done lived our lives in the next generation, and it'll be the next generation's turn to live their lives.
Maybe our descendants will, but they'll be very different from us in terms of anatomy and biology.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever find that out in our lifetime.
Yeah, definitely not. So,
But nobody really knows how long the universe has been around. All we know is that it was created by God.
number 55, the impact of climate change. Many, many have been polluting the oceans and deforesting the forests, ruining the biodiversity and the safety that humans and animals need to thrive. For example, there is a lot of oil pollution in Nigeria and in Singapore, thanks to the company known as Shell. A lot of forests in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Brazil, and Indonesia have cut down their forests, reducing them to what they once were, with the most egregious being Indonesia because they did for palm oil business and and it also disrupted the rainfall flow for Australia, making Australia much more dangerous to live in due to the high risk of wildfires. Number 56. The role of genetics in health. Health is very important because
Continue.
okay.
And
Hang
yeah, it really like uh health really, you need to stay in physical shape, um so we don't have diseases later on in life, and we need to make sure our mental states are really really good so we can keep flowing and going throughout our day, throughout our life journey.
it also affects our influencing of susceptibility to various diseases, determining how our bodies react to treatments, and shaping our physical characteristics. Meaning our genes can predispose us to certain health conditions, while which can be managed better with the understanding of our genetic makeup.
Yeah, our physical, mental, and emotional, spiritual well-being uh, is all equally important, in my opinion. What's your next topic?
Emerging technologies in transportation. Historically, transportation has been strictly about the wheels and the animals. It wasn't until the Industrial Revolution that cars were invented, and they were used to drive to put other people to places where they normally wouldn't go. Not to mention that trains are also important because they help carry around the stuff that we need for our daily lives, along with making sure that everyone can thrive equally. Fast forward to the modern era where where trains have adapted aerobic technologies influenced by birds to help influence their speed, not to mention the screens that many cars have for convenience, replacing the manual screws physical physical light that we need in order to check out the status of our car.
Oh yeah, with modern day technology, travel maybe in the next, I want to say, decade or two could drastically improve. You have Tesla cars who it's automatic driving, things of that nature. Uh, who knows? I'm kind of intrigued to a certain degree, specifically with the with us have Teslas that can automatically drive you, to see how this transportation go over the next couple of decades.
The future of virtual reality. First, first we had the in, first we had the television, then we had the internet, and now we have the metaverse. The metaverse is the metaverse is the active is a form of virtual reality in which many people can disguise themselves in their avatars to ensure stability, to ensure people can see how they want to be seen, and make sure that everyone can interact with each other, whether it be from close by or far away. Of course, do keep in mind that virtual reality is still in the progress of being developed and must be dealt with high caution because there are many users who would disguise themselves and mislead other people into believing their alter ego.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful on the internet with anything you consume. Anybody you don't personally know that you talk to, you don't have their phone number, things of that nature. You gotta just be very, very careful, very, very aware of your surroundings and who you surround yourself with.
Also I learned about that. I I watched the film Ready Player One, and there was something about the big character stopping Parzival from contacting the female avatar because of uncertainty of whether or not they are being genuine or not.
Yeah, like it's if you don't know the person personally or you haven't seen the person in person, take everything with a grain of salt.
Number that I will keep in mind. Number 59, that's my main topic. Ethical dilemmas in scientific research. Many people use rats instead of people to test their medicine because rats have been proven to be more effective at dealing with the medicine than humans. Rats also reproduce much faster than humans, making them more ideal for testing than humans. Of course, many could argue against it because rats are animals like us too, and they're living beings like us. You could argue that certain experiments could be used on humans.
Wait, you said that yeah, they're living beings, but what else you say about rats? I'm just curious.
They reproduce much faster than humans,
Okay.
making them deemed more ideal for testing than humans when it comes to medicine and experiments.
I mean, I think you would rather want to experiment on them than experiment on one of the most well, humans are the most intelligent beings that we know of.
We did make buildings, tools, electronics, ways of farming, and technology. I also think that we should not resort to anything unethical. Although, like the infamous experiments of Japan, in which people tried numerous experiments that were harmful to the humans.
What are some things that you think is unethical?
I think that trying to kill people while experimenting is unethical because there is uncertainty. I would also like to point out that it is hard to tell whether or not the human will always be in the fit form to experiment on. For example, don't ask a bodybuilder to lift a 1-ton car. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
And definitely don't toss off queer people off a building just because of your religion. Or or and don't just toss someone off a building just because they're queer and they are against your religion.
Fair, yeah.
I also think that we have to credit everyone also think we have to properly compensate those who are experimented on because they put their hard work in order to be tested on.
Yeah, I don't really think humans should be experimented on.
What about rats?
Um, I mean, the human population wants to get rid of as many rats as possible. But so I mean, if you're an animal lover, you'll say no. But if you're for the population of what what most people would seem like see rats as dangerous, somewhat dangerous species to humans, then you might want to. I guess you wouldn't mind. I think it's kind of dangerous to experiment on a rat unless you have full control over it. Like because a rat bites you, you get rabies. It's that's gonna that that's gonna really hurt you.
And ants kill you.
It could kill you.
Also, the human population is at 8 billion right now, which is rather uh, concerning because a lot of humans have destroyed the environment in the name of farming and food. Of course, you could argue that food is not properly distributed among the
So
populations.
you think we're overpopulated?
Hmm. Well, I'll say yes.
What is your reason for thinking
Because we as humans often clear land for clear forests to make room for land of farming. A lot of a lot of people also get into freaking conflicts and with t- the wildlife. For example, the people of India killing tigers and elephants for their own protection, despite the tigers and human,
that? I
despite the
mean,
tigers and elephants being important.
the animals eat each other all the time. Animals attack each other all the time as well. It's just the circle of nature. I'll be right back. Keep on going. Keep on going.
Number 60, the intersection of technology and education. A lot of people often use technology as an excuse for a lot of people like to use technology in order to ensure their friendships and to ensure their uh, well, technology and education came to the forefront in the pandemic. Schools have long used technology to enhance teaching and learning. Technology has the potential to close achievement gaps, but also exacerbate disparities. At the beginning of the pandemic, Michael Garrett, Vice President and Institute Fellow, led the experts across AIR to launch the National Survey of Public Education